Welcome back and Happy New Year, guys. In this video, I've got my star Astroflipping student, one of very many, John Galan, who's going to be going through a piece of real estate software that we use to maximize our business and create incredible opportunities. Guys, this Privy software is a game changer. But I get a lot of messages from folks saying, hey, I downloaded the software. It's great. If I knew how to use it, I don't know what to press. I don't know where to go. I don't know how to do it. And guys, I'm a kind of a dinosaur like that as well. I'm 43 years old. I don't necessarily like learning new pieces of software, but I have to. I got to learn these things because it helps my business. And if I can figure out where a few buttons are, how to run a few applications, and how to really organize myself, I realize that I can leverage and use these pieces of technology to make millions and millions of dollars. So in this first video, what John Galan is going to do is he's going to give us a full runaround of what the Privy software is. We're going to look through all the nooks and crannies. He's going to show you the pieces to pay attention to, the pieces not to pay attention to. Not that not all the pieces are all good, but guys, software can be pretty comprehensive and we don't really need all of it. So let's figure out what are the most important pieces of the Privy software that we're going to use to help maximize our business. Also, guys, before I let you go, I've noticed that about 60% of the folks that watch my channel don't subscribe. So since you're getting value from these and since you're watching them, do me a favor and yourself a favor and not miss the future upcoming videos and hit the subscribe button. It's really important. Now, let's focus our attention on Mr. John Galan. Take it away, bro.
What's up, everybody? My name is John Galan. I am an Astro student. I've been in Astro for almost a year, actually, and I've been using Privy for about 6 months. I went from one deal pre-Privy to doing, I think, 11 deals post-Privy, so 12 deals in total as of December 8th, 2022. So I'm going to speak about how I use Privy, the basics of it. All right, so when you open up Privy, it looks like this. So what I'm going to be discussing today is the filter, your searches, your lists, and then the emails that you receive from Privy once you set yourself up on the emails. So first, filters. So if you want to save your searches and create searches for Privy to look for properties, you're going to want to go to filter and you choose your city. Okay, including surrounding area. What this means is wherever the screen is on right now, like if I did including surrounding area, it'll be everything. But if I went down to like Florida and I did surrounding area, it'll include just what my screen is covering right now. So I rarely use this. It's only when, if I want to, like, let's say do all of Central Florida, I'll drag my screen to where I want it to cut off at, and then I'll click that. But let's just keep it simple. Let's do Tampa, Florida, single family. Now, attached just means like townhomes. If this isn't checked, no townhomes will come up. Active, obviously I want active. I'm not really searching for these, but they do pop up. Fix and flip. So what I do my ARV percentage at is where I want to lock properties up plus 5%. So if I want to be at 55% in Tampa, I'm going to run this at 60% just so I get more properties. Okay, now these filters over here, I utilize these, but it's all going to depend on what your buyers want. So if you have buyers that none of your buyers want to buy more than $400,000, I'll probably lower this down to 375, right? If you have buyers that won't buy less than 800 square feet, I will make this 850. Beds, if they want at least two beds, at least one bath. Basements don't matter, for me at least. HOA, most of them don't, so I click no. Year build, I know most of my buyers want to be at least in 1940, so I could do 1940. And I usually don't go after a property's too new, so I'll cap it at 2012. Days on market, I'd split this up in two ways. I'll do like Tampa 1 through 49, so I just put 49 here. And then I do Tampa 50 plus, so you just do 50 right here. Timeline, I look for all of them. And then keywords, right? Like I could look up, if I don't want wood frames, I could look up block, and I could do slab. Every now and then, a wood frame might come through this if it's on a slab. But if you don't have buyers for wood frame, this is a way to filter out the wood frame properties. And then if you want to save the search, you just click save search. You name it, Tampa active, 50 plus, days on market. You choose a folder. Okay, so usually in the beginning, these won't be here. It'll just say make a new folder. You could just create a subfolder or you create a folder for itself. I'll show you what that looks like in searches. If you see when I save search, I have them as Central, Pinellas County, Hillsborough, and market research. If I ran this by the county, instead of just by Tampa, like here, I could do Hillsborough, County, Florida. Now it's the whole county, not just Tampa. Save search. I could do Hillsborough County, active, 50 plus days on market, and then I will save it in my Hillsborough County folder. If you want to make a new folder, if this didn't exist, you just click make a new folder. Okay, and then you save it. And then if you want to run it, you just click run search, and it'll pop up with everything. 20 properties. I have some properties hidden. Just be sure not to hide properties, because if you do hide them, when you go to run comps or soft vet or whatever, these will be hidden. All right, so that's a filter. Now I did my filter and I saved the search. Where does that go? It goes right here to searches.
Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe, and here's a quick word from our sponsor.
Hey there. This video is brought to you by Privy. Do yourself a favor and click on the link in the description. Privy can help you find real estate deals at a deep discount. Don't be a jabroni. Click on the linky.
So searches is, as I said, subfolders and main folders. You could create this so it's quick and easy to see, and you could just collapse and expand. So these are where my searches go, and you could choose how many times you want to get emailed, every hour, every day, every week, or never. I just do every day, and then you click save. Right? So now if you're in your searches and you want to run that search again, you just click the search and it'll run it for you. That's how you get searches and filters. So lists is something I've just started utilizing recently. It's almost like a way to organize Privy, so it's kind of like a CRM. You could choose what you want to name them. You could edit them, name them whatever you want, create more from clicking right here. But Privy comes with some templates, and you could just rename them all. I use properties want to 49 days on market, properties 50 plus days on market, market research to do. So this is recently sold properties or that I have to look through to see which ones were flips, what percent they were flipped at, and who the buyer was to get my buyers. That's for Hillsborough County, Pinellas County, properties that I've added to the CRM or looked at before, properties that did not pass the soft vet, which I'll speak about in video 3, any hedge fund properties, rural, not on market, market research done. So these are properties I already looked at that were sold and got the buyer information. Market research done for Pinellas County, then other markets market research. So like if I find something in Orlando where it was a flip, I want to save that so I can find that buyer. Now, once you start saving properties into a list, instead of looking at it in this view, you could just click this little icon right here and it'll show you it in this view. Okay, and then you just click any property you want, and you could view them in up here as map. There's split view, there's grid view, and then there's a list view. So how do you manage lists? How do you add properties, like individual properties? You just click right here. When you click a property, up here it says manage lists, and you could add them to 2 different lists. It's up to you. And then you just click save. Now, if you want to mass add lists, you just click list, 117 properties, select all, this icon, select one, and then save. So that's the basics of filters, the basics of searches, and the basics of lists. You can name these anything you want, whatever you prefer, it's up to you. One last thing I wanted to tell you is how to do market research filter. You could do, again, county, single family attached, up to you, sold, and then fix and flip. So you could choose 75%, you go up to 80%. I mean, generally, once you get to 80 plus, you're dealing with like hedge funds and just like retail buyers, like a husband and a wife or a family. I leave all this alone. The only thing I change is timeline. You could do past month, past 6 months, or do all and do a date range. So I usually just do, like if I'm in the middle of a month, I'll do the end of last month and I'll go maybe 2 months, 3 months out. I won't go too far out. So let's just go up to October 1st and then I'll click run search. And this is everything that sold, 230 properties sold 80% or less in Pinellas County from October 1st to November 30th. And then you could just mass add them all to market research to do for that folder that you have. All right, so now once you get these emails, they're going to come into your emails like this, they're going to look like this. Privy Real Estate Investment Software. What I did is I just added at my own inbox. So this is the Outlook app, but I essentially just made a new folder in my inbox specifically for Privy. So the only thing that comes through this email is just Privy Properties, and it doesn't get lost with everything else. So you could look at it. You could either click the icon when there's a lot of properties, like for instance, 16, instead of clicking one by one, you can either click view all 16, or you could just click the number up here and it'll bring you to all of the properties. And then you could check if they're in. I'm going to speak about that in the next one on my actual process, which includes cleaning my emails up.
Thanks for watching another one of my YouTube videos. Now it's your turn to go out and take some action. But before you do, like and subscribe to my channel, because the law of reciprocity means you owe me.